Everything that I play, man, again, is no thought process. I dive in the deep end of the water with no life jacket and just swim for dear life. And it works out pretty good. I haven't drowned yet, so I'm a very emotional person, so I play from emotions and feelings and things that I think about at that moment in time. And the outcome is always surprising to me because I never have any idea what I'm going to do before I do it. So it's always a surprise. Not everybody plays that way, but for some reason it works for me. And that's with anything that I do, be it rock or funk or classical or jazz or country western or any style. I take the same approach. I don't really particularly have an explanation for how I play either, except for the fact that I just picked it up at 4 years old. And this is how I picked it up. And I haven't looked back since. Mind you, I play left-handed upside down, but I write right-handed. So I'm confused, but it works for me. I guess the lesson in that is whatever works for you, works for you. Early back when I first started playing, there was a thing going around to where if somebody that played like me came around, then they were told to leave. If it were a room of guitar players and everybody was right-handed and I came in the room, basically I was looked at like I had a disease. And it's strange to feel that way because in my country, it still feels that way. Not by how I play, but for the color of my skin. So there's a current fight every day. And the one way that helps me kind of break the barriers of that is my guitar. Because I don't care if you are a racist. I don't care if you have something against me. I am potentially doing something that you like. And in my own way, that's my way of breaking them walls down, because here you are listening and watching somebody play that particularly you don't like because of the color of their skin. But now the music itself has frozen you in your tracks. And now you stand there paying attention to me. Unfortunately, it shouldn't have to be that way. So that brought me to that thought process that back in the day, if I came in playing this way, I was looked at as I was the problem. But let me ask this question. For the people that are right-handed and play guitar this way, who said that you're playing it the right way? Who made that rule? Y'all could be wrong, and I could be right. My point being is there is no right way. What works for you, works for you. And if you don't take anything else from what I'm sitting here talking to you about, is that I'm just a human being in this world as the only one with my DNA. Nobody else in this world has Eric Gale's DNA. Nobody. And that translates to the guitar playing. I get the comments and compliments and comparisons to the great Jimi Hendrix and all of these other greats out there, let's just start out with the big fact. Jimi Hendrix is, to me, one of, if not the greatest guitar player of all time. Hands down. Now, that's my opinion. That's not a fact. Reason is not a fact because there are many different styles. Some could say Tommy Emmanuel is the best guitar player ever. Some could say Eric Johnson is the best guitar player ever. Some could say Van Halen. Some could say Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Steve Lukather, Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Robin Trower, Frank Marino, Wes Montgomery, Chet Atkins, Roy Clark, George Benson. All of those people have different styles. So to say that a player is the best of all time, it's basically in the eye of the person that's saying it. Back to the DNA. I get the comparison to Jimi Hendrix quite a lot. Is it possible because we're both black and I so happen to hold the guitar the same way that he does? Now, my wife has told me that there are very eerie pictures that we look alike a little bit, and she admitted to it. But no one has Jimi Hendrix's DNA but Jimi Hendrix. I'm getting to a point here. So people that make that comparison, I take it as the highest compliment in the world, but never ever will I ever try to be the next Jimi Hendrix. I'm doing my damnedest to try to be the first Eric Gales. That's all I'm trying to be. That's it. And if I do that, that is leaving my mark in this world. If by me playing, it reminds you of Jimi Hendrix, if my playing reminds you of Albert King or Muddy Waters or John Lee Hooker or Robin Trower or Frank Marino or all these different guys, Roy Gallagher or Gary Moore or all of these really badass dudes that I am highly influenced by, Buddy Guy, B.B. King, Freddie King, Burger King, all of these different important people, then that is exactly what I want you to take away, because these people I am influenced by. It's evolution. It should be that way. You should pick up on everybody that I was influenced by, just like I picked up on everybody that Jimi Hendrix was influenced by. He was influenced by Muddy Waters, Albert King, Robert Johnson, Buddy Guy, Curtis Mayfield. So I picked up all of them and a bunch of more other people on the way. So the younger generation, such as your kids nowadays, they're supposed to pick up on me and everybody that I pulled from. That's the proper chain of evolution. So I can't do that trying to be somebody else. Basically, is I had a rough enough life just trying to be me. And I don't know if everybody know my story, but I had a pretty tough life. And I did it to myself. Yeah, I almost died about 5 or 6 times because I didn't know how to stop doing dope. But finally, I found the right way. And this month, 15 days, I'll be coming up on 6 years dope free. And and that's not, I honestly didn't tell you that for an applause, but I appreciate it. It's to let you know that the things that I play from and what makes the character of me and my playing stand out, I would say, so powerful. And it make people understand what I'm talking about from another country that I can't even verbally speak to you and we understand anything, but you understand what I'm playing. It's because of the things that circumvent through what I've been through. So I have a lot I have a lot of death, a lot of pain that comes through the playing. I got a lot of happiness and joy too, but all of that are things that it's a whirlwind that's turning into the top of my head every show, every time I'm playing. My wife even catches me sometimes in my sleep, and she hits record because I'm humming a tune or playing a riff while I'm asleep. I guess the moral of the story is, if you're in this room, then you have been blessed with the capability to either play some kind of instrument or understand some kind of instrument. God or whoever didn't pass that out to everybody in the world. He didn't give the capability to understand what somebody is saying without having to speak to them. He didn't pass out being able to express yourself through an instrument. There's a whole world out there that has not a clue of what we in here talking about. Not a clue. And I feel sorry for them, because music and the guitar and everything involving music makes me feel so warm and gives me an emotion that immediately makes me start to cry. If music can make that happen, then I'm very blessed to have been given just a little bit. I don't think that I'm the best in the world. I just try to be me. And it has enabled me to play for a lot of different people and bring some joy and happiness to some people's lives. And in the big picture, that's the most important to me. Because at this rate, this world is in a very terrible shape. And if for 90 minutes I can make the world forget about all of the troubles that are happening, then that's very, very powerful.